kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They're dealing with a second and long. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on fourth down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wilson will throw. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Got his man in the middle. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. They're working that left side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
The play action fake. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch?
Makes the catch and gets the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into defense because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They'll go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And the quarterback knew that that counter run play was going to be successful. He did a nice job counting the box before the snap. He knew he had good numbers. He knew he had good angles and blocking. So that is a green-lit play from the get-go. Hand it off, go make yards.
Quickly out to the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man across the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've gotten this drive going, a couple of first downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the single back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The give to the back. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They go to the ground. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And there we're forced some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Quick strike complete. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be. And
he lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this off.
Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Going to swing it on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run.
Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. ULM is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Warhawks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wilson to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's got him. Quick step and go. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the big fella. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next is.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Gets it out quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wilson will throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. It's caught. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. So much for jumbo sets. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 2. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Finds a spot in the middle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He's got him this time. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And with that field, that's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive.
That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
Going to the run to start this second half. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. Slithers into space. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Gets it out fast. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They've been running the ball so effectively, they show him the run, hit him with play action to move the chains.
It makes it so easy. One-dimensional offense, easier to stop. You have a tendency to do that when you're losing. This offense, sticking with the plan, running the football, and then pull that play action out and still make some big plays.
He almost punched Punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes so that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. They're going to ride this running back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The give to the tailback. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 1st downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
And into the end zone. Touchdown. If you're you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gives it to the back on the draw. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Here on 3rd down. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. They punt it away on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the...
There he goes! Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And I love this defense continues to get home and bring pressure. Another sack, their 3rd sack of the game. They just keep applying pressure, and it's working. Do not stop.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got the quick pass. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. That'll give him a little more breathing room winning streak to 5.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Defense looks like they're coming. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Wilson to pass. Finds his big tight end. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Just keeps slinging it. Under fire. Just had
sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field. Use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Headed to the end zone. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Got the first down. Looking for more. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Going to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He'll keep it on the sneak. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now they...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That can be a costly play. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Timeout is called with just a single second left. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big time.